What's up, bros and bros? It's a Bro Hammer here, coming to you today to talk about how I lost 140 pounds in 8 months. But before we get into that, if you haven't already done so, why don't you click that subscribe button down below and make sure you turn on the notifications so you never miss out on any of the crazy, hilarious, informative, and hardcore Bro Hammer fitness content. So let's get right into it. How I lost 140 pounds in 8 months. Okay, as some of you may know, friends and family, or some of you may not know out there in YouTube land, I haven't always been fit, haven't always been into working out, exercising. I know you see me, I'm a big guy. I'll always be big. I want to stay big my whole life, but I wasn't strong big or swole big. You know, I used to be afraid to get swole, but now I ain't afraid to get swole. As the shirt says, go to teespring.com/stores/Bro Hammer Fitness. Get your Bro Hammer Fitness gear. Cheap plug. But anyway, so I started my fitness journey in January of 2011. I just reached a breaking point. I didn't know what to do. I was 27 years old. I had tried to work out before, had tried to eat right before. I just never could get it right. And you know, a lot of times, especially us guys, sometimes we are afraid to ask for help. You know, we get into our egos, we get into that macho thing. So we're just afraid to ask for help. Or as Ice Cube and them said, bow down to a player that's greater than you. You know, I had to do that in a sense because, you know, I didn't know what to do when it came to losing weight and getting in shape. I've always been into bodybuilding, professional wrestling, Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. So, you know, another thing real quick, a lot of times we focus on how women or females deal with body image early on, and they're fed these images through media of being thin and you know, wearing the makeup and the dresses, and you know, they're fed an image of what beauty is. Well, us guys get it in the same way. You remember all the action figures, man, that we used to have when we were little kids? I mean, they were jacked. Think about He-Man. He-Man swole as hell, G.I. Joe, you know, and they just got bigger and bigger to the point where some of those action figures look like Ronnie Coleman in his prime. So we were also fed these images of what ultimate supreme manhood looks like. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Carl Weathers, and Action Jackson. You know, our heroes are football players and basketball players that are ripped to the teeth. So we deal with body image as well. And that's one of the things that I dealt with coming up, and a lot of other guys I'm sure did too. So like I said, I just didn't know what to do. So I reached out, I put out an ad for a personal trainer. Didn't have a lot of money at the time, but I was, you know, hoping that someone would work with me. And a guy reached out to me, Robbie Wilson. If it's okay to say his name, but Robbie Wilson reached out to me, and he was in a similar predicament I was. He was the big boy, the fat boy growing up, and he got himself in shape. He was able to relate to me. So I was comfortable working with Robbie. So I started, my first day of personal training was January 10th. And my first session, I was 420 pounds. I threw up twice in the session. I could only do 7 push-ups in a minute, but I made it through the whole hour. I made it through, and I felt accomplished. And one of the things going into my journey was that I always felt like in life I never fully accomplished anything or saw it all the way through. And I wanted to see this all the way through. And I told myself, I promised myself that no matter what, I'll never give up and I won't stop. So I kept going to training 3 times a week. I also started walking as well on my own, in a sauna suit and whatnot. I'll get into that in a minute. The diet that I was on a 1,200 calorie low carb diet. Now, I would not suggest that anybody does this, but I like to do hardcore things. I like to do extreme things. And I was in an extreme condition. So I felt like that I needed to use extreme measures to get out of that. That's my mindset. That's how I think. I wouldn't suggest anybody does it, but I was on a 1,200 calorie diet. And pretty much my meals for the day consisted of 3 whole meals and 2 snacks. So what I would do is in the morning, 2 eggs, a slice of turkey bacon, and a packet of grits or a packet of oatmeal. One of my snacks would just be celery and peanut butter. The next meal, I would just wrap, turkey lunch meat and lettuce with some cheese, no carbs. Usually after my workout, it would be something similar as my lunch. And for another snack, it would be like some carrots or celery with some peanut butter, something like that. I was drinking at least 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons of water a day. And I eventually worked to the point to where I was exercising 3 times a day. I would train with Robbie, with my trainer, 1 time or 3 times a week. Then I would go run a hill, sometimes walk a hill on my lunch break. At my job, I would put on a sauna suit, full body sauna suit, and I would run a hill. First, I ran up the hill 10 times. Then eventually I could run up the hill 15 times. And eventually I got to 20 times where I was running up the hill 20 times and jogging back to work. Then after work, I would go jog, walk, run, to the best of my abilities, or the best that my knees would hold up at the time, in a sauna suit, in the summer, in the heat, in the Texas heat. And I did that for 8 months. And within 5 months, I lost 100 pounds. Within 8 months, I had lost 140 pounds. I started at 420 pounds and I got all the way down to 277 pounds. Okay, so staying on that 1,200 calorie diet the whole time, drinking that water, working out 3 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day, I'll say. On an average, I was working out maybe about 12, 15 times a week. I mean, every day I was training, I was working out. Some days it would be hard to go to sleep because I was so hungry. Sometimes I would make myself sick from, just heat exhaustion or being extremely dehydrated from walking in the sauna suit or jogging in the sauna suit in the Texas heat. And this was back in 2011 when we had a record string of 100-degree weather days. I mean, it was like 90 days, or it was a crazy amount of days where it was 100 degrees every day. And I would walk and run in a sauna suit, sweating, everything out of me. So, yeah, I did that for 8 months, lost 143 pounds. It was rough, but that's how I did it. I get asked a lot, how did you do it and whatnot. So I just wanted to make a video talking about how I accomplished that feat. And just to give you a little insight as well, I got married in 2014 to my beautiful wife. Love you. Got married in 2014. We were engaged at the time when I was going through this process, and she would come work out with me sometimes as well. But one of the things that happened is in between 2012 and 2014, I gained 100 pounds back. Easy. I went from 280, 277. I got all the way back up to 380 by the time I got married. I remember I was 380 pounds. Hey, it happens. But this time I had the knowledge, I had the drive, I had the wisdom, and I knew what to do. Lost it again, lost 80 pounds, gained some back, lost it. So it's a process, guys. I just wanted to say that too. Don't be, you may gain weight back if you first start a journey and you lose a bunch of weight at first. You lose 100 pounds, or some people need to lose 200 pounds. If you lose 50 pounds, you may gain all of it back. You may gain a portion of it back. You even may gain more back sometimes because you get happy, you're excited, you feel accomplished, and you start to celebrate. And that's okay. But remember that you can always get back to that point, and you're stronger. You'll be stronger this time around than you were the first time because you have the knowledge, the wisdom. You know what to do, and you know how hard you have to work to get there. So it's not going to be any surprises along the way. Okay. Obviously I put on a lot of muscle since that time. Right now I'm sitting at about 330 pounds, 320. But the crazy thing is that I'm wearing the same size clothes that I wore when I was 280. My waist is, I can get into a size 38 jeans. My legs can't fit in them, but my waist can. I can wear a 2X or a 1X shirt. And that was what I was wearing when I was 277. So, it's just goals. Your goals are going to change as well. I was skinny fat when I had initially lost all the weight. So, and my goal was always to be strong in swole, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, or like Ronnie Coleman or Jay Cutler. So, you know, staying skinny fat wasn't going to cut it for me. That may be a look that you want. You just may want to be lean and toned and, you know, want to be able to run and all that. And I want to be able to live heavy, my French. I want to be able to live heavy stuff and, you know, not just have muscles for show. I want to have muscles for go as well. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to, talk to you guys about that and tell you how I lost 140 pounds in 8 months. Cause, you know, I make a lot of videos and have fun and whatnot, but I never really explain, the method behind the madness as to why I'm so into fitness and personal training. And with that said, if you are in the Austin area and you are interested in personal training, you don't know what to do, don't know how to start, or if you were in the same predicament that I was in, you just reached a breaking point and, you know, you need help, feel free to contact me. My Instagram page is brohammer_fitness. My Facebook page is Michael. I'm under Michael Brohammer McKinney. Send me a message and get some information from me if you're interested in personal training. I'm here to help, man. I love to help people, especially people that I can relate to, people that are in the same predicament that I was in. You know, if you got 50 pounds to lose, 60, 70, 100, 200, holler at me, man. I want to help you. I'm here for you. And, you know, guys that even if you just want to get swole, you want to get ripped, you want to gain weight, I'll help people, you know, put on solid muscle. You know, whatever it is that you need help with, I can help you with that. National certified personal trainer and weight loss specialist. So holler at me, guys. And like I said, you know, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. Brohammer Fitness, signing out.